I'm going to share every way to make money online in 2022 and 2023. And look, I've become a millionaire by starting online businesses, with my marketing company being recognized as one of the fastest growing privately held companies in the United States, according to Inc. magazine. So I know a thing or two about making money online. And I've got to tell you, it's awesome. It's like we're living through a digital gold mine, because right now, making money online has never been easier. But how can you do this? And where should you start, especially if you're a beginner? And what are some online business ideas that you can choose from? Well, I'm glad you stopped by and clicked on this video, because today what I want to do is cover every way to make money online going into 2023, how to pick the right online side hustles specifically for you, and some tips to help you get started along the way. Hey there, I'm Sean, a self-made millionaire and entrepreneur, and right now I'm on a mission to help people start, fund, and grow their business. Question: if you're making money online or you're thinking about starting an online side hustle, please tell me in the comment section below, because I'm really curious to know who's watching. Okay, let's talk about how this video is going to be structured. So I have 5 main categories that encompasses every way to make money online. And I'm gonna start with some of the easier ways to make money online that make less money, but then I'm gonna build up to the ones that make the most amount of money. And within each main category, I'll have some examples with some specific side hustle ideas that you can choose from. Now, 2 quick disclaimers, okay? Number 1, I'm going to leave out some obvious stuff like getting a remote part-time position or a full-time remote position, because, well, that's obvious. Disclaimer number 2, these ideas are strictly for how to make money online. So stuff like DoorDash and Uber are side hustles that I'm not going to talk about, because those still require you to leave your house. All right, let's get this party started with the first way to make money online. Number 1, start flipping. Okay, this is where you find something that is undervalued and then you sell it for a greater price. Pretty simple, right? Now, I think this category is best for people who are, okay, if you are new to hustling online and you need some time to understand how things work, or you just need to gain some momentum and some confidence before you start for real. All right, so here's some ideas. If you're someone who is in need of cash and you're trying to make some money online fast, then you can start flipping your personal items, like things that you no longer want or no longer need. This is like having an online garage sale where you use marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Amazon, OfferUp, and so on to sell your stuff. I personally use these platforms to sell my old clothing, video games, camera equipment, and so on. And this is super easy, especially during holiday seasons. Now, if you're someone who can easily identify trends, then you can start flipping domain names. So this is what you would do. You would buy a domain name that will likely grow in popularity over time, and then sell that same domain name later on for a higher price. For example, the metaverse is likely to continue to grow in popularity over the next few years, with companies like Facebook changing their business name to Meta. So what I did was I bought a domain name called metaverselaunch.com, and I'm selling it for $5,000 because I'm anticipating that an investor or a business owner will come along and want that domain name. The best part about flipping domain names is you can buy them at a very low price and then sell them at a very high price without doing much work at all. Now, if you want to start making some big money flipping, then you can start flipping websites, because there's a percentage of people who just want to buy businesses. They want a website that already has traffic. So you could either A, build a website from scratch, or B, buy an existing website or blog with some traffic, improve it, and then flip it for a higher price. The best site that I know where you can identify undervalued blogs is a website called flippa.com. I'll go ahead and link to them down in the description below. Now, if you're into real estate, but you don't have enough money to buy properties, then what you could do is flip real estate contracts. And you could do this without even seeing the property, all from your house. All you're doing is basically securing a contract with the seller and then selling that contract to an interested investor. All right, so that's category number 1. and I'd estimate that you can earn an extra $1,000 to $5,000 per month. Number 2, I have provide a service. But really quick, before I move on, if you're enjoying the video so far, please do me a favor and click the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really does help me out. And if you do, tell me in the comment section below so that I can personally reply to thank you. All right, moving on to number 2, I have provide a service. Now we're entering the territory of online side hustles that can earn you a lot of money and even turn into your full-time job or your full-time business. Because, okay, many people stumble into entrepreneurship without even realizing it when they start taking on side gigs and side hustles in their spare time. And providing services and leveraging other people's time is exactly what made me a millionaire. So I love this category. Now, there are 3 levels of providing a service. Level 1, you have freelancing, and this is where you're actually doing the work on behalf of your client. Number 2, you have consulting. So this is where you're making recommendations based on your knowledge. And level 3, you have coaching. And this is where you're helping the client learn how to do things on their own. And for most people, including myself, you will start at level 1, but eventually grow into level 3 with enough time and proper experience. All right, so here are some level 1 suggestions, and keep in mind, you can easily be a coach or a consultant in any of these areas as well. So if you're someone who loves words, you love language, then you can offer writing services, proofreading services, voice-over artist services, translation services, and so on. And these are tasks that many business owners and influencers need in order to run effective marketing campaigns. But if you're someone who is super creative, then you could also help this crowd by offering services like graphic design or video editing services, or perhaps becoming a social media manager. Or here's something interesting, you could become an online interior designer where you use something like homestyler.com to help people style their homes online. And if you're super creative, then maybe you could offer some matchmaking services. Is there anyone out there that loves me?
Wait, what? Really, Sean? Really?
Okay, maybe that one's not for me. On the other hand, if you're someone who loves numbers, then maybe providing bookkeeping services or virtual assistant services would be a better fit for you. Now, I think at this point in my entrepreneur journey, I have hired someone for all of these different tasks at some point during my business cycle. All right, now, if you are someone who is really good at teaching and explaining things and you have some great knowledge to share, then you could move up to level 2 or level 3 and become an online tutor or online coach. You could also become an online consultant teaching the different skills or systems that you know very well. You could become an online personal trainer, become an online doctor or physician, also known as telehealth practitioners, and so on. Now, when it comes to providing a service, if you're consistent, then you can start making an extra $10,000 per month by signing up on websites like Upwork and Fiverr. All right, category number 3 is become a content creator. And this one is probably the most enjoyable way to make money online. Now, you have 2 ways that you can get into this. Number 1, you can do this externally by creating content for yourself or for your own businesses. Or you can do number 2, and something that many people don't think about, you can become a content creator internally by working for a company, which is something that I initially did. So if you consider yourself to be a good writer, then maybe a good way to make money online would be to start a blog, which is something that I have also done. And I have an entire video where I break down how to do this step by step, which I'll link at the end of this video so you can watch that right after you finish this one. Also, you could become a YouTuber, because if you're really good at writing content, then you could also write and then convert that into scripts to record videos. Now, if you're just naturally charismatic, then you could also create content by hosting a live show, like starting a podcast or becoming a Twitch streamer, or just going live on social media platforms like TikTok and YouTube. And if you're just blessed with really good looks, then maybe you can simply take photos on platforms like Instagram. Hey Sean, look, I'm an Instagram model. Now, you can make money in 3 ways when you are a content creator. Number 1, you can make money with ad revenue, which can be very lucrative on its own. On my other YouTube channel, we consistently make over $10,000 per month in just ad revenue. Number 2, you can make affiliate marketing revenue, which is when you get a commission on the products that you sell for another company. And number 3, you can do brand sponsorships where you get paid to talk about other brands and their products. And when you have a sizable audience of 10,000 or more people, these opportunities consistently jump out at you. Now, I do have to admit that making money this way and creating content is hard. It can take years of consistently making content before anyone notices you. But there is so much upside. And that's why I'd estimate you can make an extra $10,000 to $50,000 per month if you take it seriously. If you want to see a video on how to become a content creator, tell me down in the comment section below and I'll consider making one. For now, let's move on to the 4th category, number 4, creating digital products. The idea here is that you can create something one time and then get paid again and again and again with very little work or effort on your end. For example, if you are an expert in nutrition, like you know how food and fasting can heal the body, well then instead of providing services or coaching people, you could take a step back and ask yourself, what are some of the biggest problems that people have about nutrition? And what proven system can I provide to help almost anyone? And after thinking about it, you'll find that there are 3 routes that you could take. Number 1, you could offer a program and or community where you are communicating with a group of people. Okay, it could be 100 people, 1,000 people, 1 million people, right? And you could do this by hosting online events or webinars or having paid newsletter subscriptions or just having some type of paid membership community. Going back to the nutritionist example, this could maybe be you hosting live calls about a program on how to lose 30 pounds in 90 days. Or you can do number 2 and sell informational products by documenting everything you know into creating online courses or publishing ebooks or publishing journals and workbooks or creating online calculators and so on. Using the nutritionist example, maybe that person could sell online meal plans or recipes that are proven to work. Okay, and number 3, you could license your programs or products. In other words, you could rent out your stuff to organizations who want to use it or resell it. For example, you could license your photos and videos for stock or print purposes. You could license your online templates and designs for like social media marketing or greeting cards. You could also license your music and soundtracks. A good example for the nutritionist may be allowing personal trainers to white label their proven meal plans and recipes. Now, here's something that's very important to note. Okay, creating a digital product is actually very easy, but I have this at number 4 because, okay, if you want to make real money from selling online digital products consistently, then you really want to think about mastering category number 3, because that will put you into a position of power of knowing exactly what to make, plus an audience that is willing to buy from you. And so when it comes to making money, things can get really crazy. If you are good at what you're doing and you're consistently getting people results, then you can charge extremely high prices for your programs. For example, a coach named Andrew Argue became a multi-millionaire by simply teaching people how to start tax and accounting firms. So if you find yourself with a successful e-learning business, then I'd estimate that you can potentially make $50,000 to $100,000 per month. All right, let's really blow off the roof with category number 5, launch an online product and grow a small empire. In my opinion, this is the biggest way to make money online, hands down, because once your product is set up, then you can generate passive income while you sleep. But it's also the hardest way to make money because it usually requires a higher upfront investment and more time to build a profitable product or store. So if you are in the beginning stages of making money online, then I would highly suggest starting with a different category so that you build more experience and you reduce your risk exposure. But if you're ready to invest, let's talk about it. So how can you get started? Well, first, you need to set up your foundation with two things. Okay, you need a great website with good design, good images, good videos, and a good checkout experience, or you need to join a popular marketplace. And then you also need a traffic source, a way to get the right people to your website. And I think you should have these things ahead of launching your product, because without these two things in place, it's going to be very hard for you to gain any positive momentum. So once you have that, then you have a few options. Number one, you could start an e-commerce store that sells a completely unique product, like a product that no one has ever seen. But this is difficult because it requires you to have a manufacturer, you may need to hold inventory and handle the entire shipping process. That's why many people like to turn to number two and start a drop shipping store, because the only thing you need to focus on here is marketing and advertising, while the manufacturer handles all the heavy lifting for you. However, the con here is that you won't have a unique product, because anyone can offer what you have to offer if they go to your manufacturer. Number three, you could join a marketplace like Amazon, Walmart, Target, even Facebook, where you can sell products that are in high demand or searched often. And option number four would be starting a print-on-demand service. And this is great for designers because you can start designing and selling stuff like phone cases, wall art, posters, t-shirts, hats, socks, so on, while someone else handles all the manufacturing and all the shipping. Another product idea that blew up in popularity was number five, selling NFTs. But recently, this has plummeted because people were selling a lot of NFTs or a lot of art with no value. So I'm not a big fan of this one at the moment. Now, if you're really smart, then you can tap into business idea number six and sell technology products, which would involve developing desktop apps or mobile apps or software as evergreen products, which is something that I'm actually in the process of doing right now for one of my companies. Also, I have a friend that I plan on interviewing for this channel who started a $1 million e-commerce store selling hair products. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications on so you can see that when it drops. Now, when it comes to making money in this category, I'd estimate that you can make over $1 million per month if you take it seriously. It's that lucrative. So that's almost every way to make money online, but I do have a bonus category with a few more, which I call number six, other online side hustles, because there's all sorts of weird things that you can do to make some extra cash commissions online. For example, you could participate in market research studies or surveys using a website like surveys.gobranded.com. One time I actually got a $100 gift card for participating in a market study on entrepreneurs, but it did take about 3 to 4 hours of my time, which is the con of doing surveys, right? It takes so much time. You could also review apps and websites using a website called usertesting.com. By simply going through websites and documenting your experience, you can earn an extra $10 per every review. Another way to make money is to save money you would otherwise spend, right? You could do this by being an extreme online couponer or shopping with cashback sites, or my personal favorite, implementing a tax plan if you're paying too much in taxes or not maximizing your refund. Now, another cool way to make some money online is by answering questions on justanswer.com. So if you are an expert in your field, like you are a lawyer or doctor, engineer, and so on, one of the ways you can make money is simply by logging in and answering some popular questions. Okay, one more way I want to give you that you can make money online is going to be what I call gambling, okay? And here I'm talking about stuff like entering in online giveaways, or literally gambling online if that's legal in your state, or, and this is gonna make some people mad, or stock trading. Hey Sean, look, I predict the market is going up. Oh no. All right, now, here's a very important note when it comes to starting online businesses, which is, okay, I'm going to flip it on you, all right? The key to making money online is what you know, not necessarily who you know, right? Because there are things in every category that I went over that really show off your knowledge in areas like trends or specific skills or your charisma or marketing and sales and so on. So if you really want to make it making money online, skill development is key. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know there were a lot of things to follow and think about, but hopefully I organized it in a way that made sense to you. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Coming up next, I have 2 more videos that you may enjoy as well, so check those out if you haven't already, and I'll see you over there.